Hello everybody, this is Gapes Games and welcome back to War Thunder, and this is gonna be me covering the 1.77 Advancing Storm update. And I would say War Thunder is starting to look good, guys. So first off, there are some new graphic settings that I'll hopefully be able to show you guys when I get into a match. So they added like weather effects, such as uh, water puddles, etc., etc., and as well as dynamic weather. They added some new lighting and anti-aliasing options, as well as effects on dust and other effects. But that's not why we're here, guys. Of course, we're here for the new items. So first we got the Mega Tree, and this is a premium on the American line. And you might say this is not that thick armor, but it has a pretty good gun. Uh, M68 105 gun. And it's a 7.7 battle rating, and it might as well be like the highest possible tier grinder in the entire game for, at least for America. What got a new marking? But here we got something way bigger even. M1 Abrams 9.3 battle rating above the MBT. And of course, it's just the famous M1 Abrams. And this thing, you might say, wait, what? 31 millimeters? But that's because this thing has the internal armor platings. So you got some more and more thickening armor. You can see it's like kind of layered, etc., etc. But this translates in quite a lot of protection, actually. You guys can see here, 400 plus millimeter protection on the cheeks and frontal plate, as well as having a special um, ability that it will not die when ammo gets exploded, and just like the giant ass engine, fire mobility and very high rate of fire overall, make it a pretty good tank. And it's a favorite for a few of the like more famous YouTubers, but oh well. I don't think I will ever get that high, but oh well. The one that I actually like most is the Leopard 2K. This thing has a huge 120mm L44 cannon, capable of pretty much killing anything. But in return, it has like just a handful of spaced armor. 165 here. 165. Yeah, you might occasionally bounce one shell at some very, very steep armor angles, but other than that, you'll just get one shot at really much non-stop. But it does come with an additional 20mm autogun up top, which is a pretty powerful gun. Then on the Russian side, we got the T-64B. The pretty much the toughest one around. Like you already got those. Okay, you got the weak spot right here. They only got up to like 300 millimeters, but here you get 450 to 500 millimeters of shielding against most stuff. Only heat, some sort of heat shells go through there. Same on the frontal plate. Like you will not get through this stuff. Only if you got some serious heat shells. You can only really hit the weak spots on that thing. Challenger, sadly the least hyped one, mainly because as you can see here and here are no armor plates, and this is just 60 millimeters and this is only 70 millimeters, and you'll go right through there as butter. And um, at least you got okay, you got some optics here, but there's still some way you can probably penetrate this and get into the gun side right there. But overall, 470, 750 for kinetic and no armor. That's a pretty tough armor. Although you do have this spot right here, just above the gun. That's probably gonna be a weak spot. And overall, just the uh, actual cupola right there. So this thing has a almost impenetrable turret except for those two weak spots, and possibly this is a weak spot. I'm not sure. I don't think anybody really tested that weak spot, but in return it has a really weak front side of those parts. Mean like, what does this mean? 400 to 600 millimeters if you do not have any armor right there or there. Come on, guys. This has some pretty good armor on the sides as well. And overall, it's just a pretty tank. But are we doing it on being pretty or being effective? I think we want to do effective more. Sadly, Japanese got lag behind. Still only have a Type 74 at 8.7. Pretty underperforming gun. Oh yes, okay, that's the 105, similar to the M1 Abrams, but it has a slower reload than the Abrams. It doesn't have any composite armor. They really have to get something for the freaking Japanese fast. Of course, they still not have anything on the Italians, but they did get an AMX 30 and 30B2 Brennes for the French. This is the AMX 30. Armor won't protect you really, but that's another 105 gun. 4 crew members. That's a okay. That's an auto-loading turret. I think it's an auto-loading weapon, and it also has like a rangefinder, so that's nice. This is just a normal. Actually, let's see if these two, this one and the other one, were actually stabilized, because I know all the normal new ones are all the normal tier 6 are stabilized. Let's see if these things actually have stabilized guns. This one does not have a stabilized gun. That's not good. See if it can do anything against this thing. Boop. Okay, it does have a really powerful gun, I guess, and decent mobility. But armor, not really anything to speak of. You might occasionally bounce something, but that's really really pretty much it. But I have to check for a second then on the Mega 3, because if it has a auto stabilization system, that will make it twice as viable. Because you can actually just shoot on the move and whatnot. Not stabilized, and it's actually it's not really that fast. Ah, derp. Oh, this is an APDS shell. Comes with standard. Not bad. Let's see if it does anything against the front plate. It penetrates even the front plate. Nice. T62. Frontal. Fire. Okay, not an instant kill, but it still penetrates. That's something you're gonna. That's kind of a tank you're gonna face, by the way. Okay, it's on fire, so it's gonna burn out anyways. T10M long range. Non-penetration. Oh well. Cannot pen any and everything, but it has some pretty good penetration stuff. But onto the last tank, actually, the Brennis. 8.7. This thing has exposed reactive armor. A lot of them, actually. Looks like it looks like the same tank overall, but just like with the error armor. Error armor gives 5mm protection against kinetic, but 400 against heat shell. So this thing is pretty hard to penetrate with. Oh, that's a 20mm coax, nice. Like, oh, that's a big coax, but that's 20mm, nice. But this thing can hardly penetrate by heat, but ABDS or APFSDS will go through it like butter. Other than that, we do have some aircraft also. Gonna go back to first USA, which is gonna be this new F-84 model. No, I didn't really know much about planes. I'm just gonna say this thing is just a 6 heavy machine gun fighter. It's probably gonna act similarly to the already existing F-84, but it's a 7.7 instead of 7.0. It does look like it's the only other 7.7 is the B-57. So it doesn't look like you really have anything at its BR that's gonna be keeping up though. Like, there's not really any other 7.7, so oh well. And here we got the Heinkel 177 A5. There's a bomber. That's a pretty good bump load. See the modifications. 500 kilograms, 1800 kilograms, or 4000 kilogram bombs. That's not a bad bomb load, I guess. And not bad really. Nothing really else to say. Okay, they add an LA-200. 337mm cannons. This thing has some pretty heavy firepower actually. One here and 2 over there. That's a little bit of a weird gun loadout, but oh well. Again, I don't really know anything about planes, so I'm just gonna go over them pretty quickly. The MB5 premium plane, 5.7. Twin prop. And 420mm cannons. Overall, there's like okay loadout, I guess. And they added 2 new Spitfires, Mark 5B and Mark 5C. Bit more to open up the lineup. 220 mils, 4 light machine guns in this one. Spitfires are overall just like good planes, really. This one comes with 4 20mm cannons also. At 4.7 instead of 5.7, so the test those at 2 4 of similar firepower actually. Here the Spitfire goes up to 6.7 here. 6.7, and like they started at 2.7. So Spitfires are really like everywhere. Okay, in Japan they got the Key 108. 137mm in front and 220mm underneath. This thing is gonna be poking and sniping stuff. Probably bomber hunting, but like it's a heavy fighter. It will not outturn a lot of stuff. So they added 1 premium for the Italian, which is a Mark 5B Tropical Spitfire, 220 mils. It is these. I think it's this. Yeah, it should be the full, pretty much the same. Mark 5B Tropical. This one be exactly the same as that one, but then in an Italian tree instead. And they added 2 planes on the French. The Martin 167 bomber with a bump load of up to 1650 kilogram bombs. That is not gonna do a lot against normal planes overall. Like I mean normal tanks. Need like a few big bombs is way better overall. 230mm cannons on this fighter jet, 9.0 battle rating. So far some nice stuff. And there are also quite a lot of newly added naval fleet vehicles, as well as some changed sounds for some certain items, certain vehicles and weapons. But I got a sound mod installed, so for like more realistic sounds. So I will not have those. And also Poland and Eastern Europe have a Mackinac line. I'll have slightly different layouts, and Eastern Europe follow Lasmsk. I don't know how to pronounce the last one, but those have new, larger map variants to them. So we will see how well those will perform. I guess I could take out my Firefly. I recently got the Firefly, so I guess I could get a round of gameplay of that, showing you some of the new detailing stuff. Also, small changes to aircraft model, damage model, characteristics, and weaponry changes. There's a long list. And some ground vehicle models also have some new changes as well. Let's hope we get some decent queue times. French and Russians are still the main groups. And this is just so sad. There's 0 across the board. There's not even a single guy with an Italian premium that bought one. Pretty sad. Finally, here we go. I think I want to go south and go towards B. A lot of people either go to A or C in this map, so that'll change of base. There we go. To the right we go. This thing has such a fast turret rotation. I love it. Point and shoot, really. Well, the one I showed you a little while back, like all the higher tier stuff is of course faster, but for this tier, this thing has a fast turret. Especially compared to Achilles, which has the same gun, but it only has like 3 degrees per second. But like this thing is like over 10 degrees per second, I think. This is quite a bit faster. So these are snow particle effects, so there are now shadows. So when you're in the shadows, you should not see them, or at least less. You can see like they're not really visible over there, or less. Alright, Cheeto. Okay, Cheeto, you lead the way. If you got shot. Oh crap. Come on! Ah. So slow. I'll load up the Achilles. You guys are gonna see how freaking slow it is. Gonna go and help support C. Yeah, the downside of the Firefly is that it has such a tight turret. Because for the people that do not know the Firefly, or in this case the Achilles, both were American tanks originally, modified with the British 17-pounder. Because 17-pounder had way more penetration than the Americans had at the time. Okay, that one's on the left a little bit. No visual. I do feel like there's difference with the tracks and whatnot. The game feels like even better than it used to be. Oh crap. Commander loader. Oh, that's a at least he has a damage. Not damaged breach enough. Need to get out there. Can't repair. Ah, that might explain. Freaking T-34 right over here. Oh, and there's more. Yay. I will not survive this. Pretty sure. Oh, well. Guess I got the Crusader A, but I really do not want to spawn over there. I won't be able to ban either of those. Seriously? There's a guy over here too. Oh, but Jesus. The hell was that for a shot? Okay, I'm not gonna go in that backup. No way. But Jesus. That shot. Damn. Let's take out one more match. See if we can get a normal match. Yes, there we go. Now we hopefully will be able to see the puddles and etc. I think I'm gonna take right spawn to go towards A. Use the Firefly to snipe because it has a long range gun. Because I guess I can show you after this match which one of the Shermans the Firefly was based off. But the reason why this thing is so cramped up is because of the gun breech is so much bigger than the American variant of which it was based. Like, also that little box at the back of the turret right there is actually like the place where they put the radio, as you can see. Simply because normally you would have it like in the back of the normal point, like where you can see where it's welded, and like inside that other piece, that's where it would normally be. But because of the bigger gun, they literally just could not fit the other thing. Challenger. Oh, we got a almost we got an M36. But we've got an almost solely 4.7, 5.3 lineup, and we got against 5.7. So we're probably gonna see a lot of Tigers and T-34-85s. That's gonna be fun. So at least I can penetrate Tigers with the 70-pounder. If I were inside a Churchill, I would have been dead. Like, there are always two different types of tanks for lineups. Tanks that are stupidly overpowered when they get down-tiered, or that are good even when up-tiered, but just okay when down-tiered, like nothing special. And that this one is in the latter category, while the Churchill is in the first category. What is firing at? Oh, there you are. R1. Getting so I think I'm within like accuracy parameters. Oh, time to move. Time to move. Where did that shot come from? No, that's not a guy. That we can No, hello. Time to got as a cover here. And this thing got decent armor, but it just lacks survivability when it gets penetrated. Also because it does not have 5 crew. Oh well. Whee. Boop. Yeah, no chance there. Such a hit. Actually, why am I only having 10 of these? Should be carrying 20. That's why I run out of ammo always. Dang it. This thing has an even faster turret. Da, 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 da. A P40 on our side incoming. A Tempest. Hello. As far as the warning shots. Say hello. It's a 2-engine heavy fighter or maybe a bomber. Is this suiciding? No. Actually, no, it's not a 2-engine. What is it? Oh, it is 2 engines. What the hell? Wait. No, never mind. I was like, wait, do we got Italians here? Because there's 3 engines. That thing dead already. Nope, that thing is definitely not dead. Oh wait, where am I? Where am I even shooting at? Wow, I'm blind. Very, very blind. That's all I can think about when I'm driving this thing. Really. An IS-2? No. IS-2 is one of such tanks that are just stupidly overpowered. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm so scared right now. But that's one of those tanks that's stupidly overpowered on down tier. Like, Tigers themselves have issues penetrating them even. And to be honest, 76 millimeter Sherman jumbos or something like that. Even like those have trope. Okay, 76 jumbo is a lifesaver in this scenario. Okay, that thing is dead. Thank God. That thing's scary. Jesus. They're capping B. That's a tiger. That's also not good. Run away. Try to get on this defilade. Hope they're not recapping already. Yeah, they are recapping. There's not much that I can do right here. All I can do is hide. And hope that they move out of the cap. And then just like uncap it. But at the same time, I'll be giving them spawn points if I do that. Okay, we'll target it. Yeah, we'll target it. Come on. Let's say, just say. You won't find me here. I'm just gonna go and hide at this side. Nope, I got assist. Note. Yay! Ah, but no, why you do this? Some help, please. What are you doing, Sherman? Oh no. Oh god. I don't like getting into that SPA backup. I don't want to, really. Can we get career punishment? That's okay. Filter's gonna need next. So yeah, also if you guys, so yeah, this is pretty much a turret that's based on it. You guys see the short turret, but this one is not entirely. Actually, this one is the one that we're basing it off. The turret. Or well, if we want to be very specific, it's based on the M4 specifically. But I do not have an M4. So yeah. Basically, you can see you have those two front pieces, and they added these plates here to protect it. Pretty funny, but they still have like that so-called weak spot in the machine gun part. And then they come. What I thought there's something. That's not actually something that I found pretty hilarious. Instead of the armor right there, they decided to put a 100mm piece of plate in front of the machine gun port. I laughed so hard for that. Like, instead of, okay, we got two flat surfaces right here and right here, and one of them is just where the driver is sitting behind. Let's cover the machine gun part that we're not even using. Yes. So yeah, this is kind of like a gun that was just too big for the tank. It also became really uncomfortable to ride in overall. And because the Germans knew that this one was the strongest of the group of the bunch, this one would always be targeted first. As soon as they would recognize the gun, even if it's just like the sound or just the barrel itself, because it, as you saw, it was way longer than the normal one. Got a little short, chubby barrel. Or the 105 variant, also really short. You really notice that difference. But oh well. Like that's kind of the same case with the M10 really. This is the normal M10. See, this is kind of the front plate and the normal gun. Comparing it to the Achilles. This is slightly different frontal plate and the bigger gun. Also slightly different plates right here, but overall it's the same tank. But yeah, that's really it for today, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye, guys.